Welcome back. You're watching Morning Live. Thank you for staying with us now. From the success of his debut book titled From Humble Beginnings to Realizing a Dream, Letshego Tau is now back with yet another self-help read called Your Success Lies in What Drives You. In his books, Letshego uses his life experiences in hopes of inspiring readers of his work to change and drive their mindset into believing in their inner force. Letshego joins me in the studio. Letshego, good morning. Let's talk about that inner force. I think everybody's got it, just a lot of people are not in tune with it.
I'll agree to that. Thank you so much. Sam, one thing that I can say to you is that, and the viewers at home, all of us, we were born with some talents, some dreams. And the biggest challenge is that when we meet other, people, we tend to forget about who we are. And we start, focusing on who they are. And as a result of that, we miss the point completely. And you find that you will never be known that you have ever existed. So it is true that each one of us was born with a particular talent and a gift. But I think until then you discover it, you will always be following in other people's dreams, and yours, it will be just a mystery.
You talk about kind of forgetting who you are and becoming absorbed with someone else, but and we generally tend to think that only happens in relationships, but that happens at work, it happens in friendships, it happens across the board.
It is true, it happens across the board. I've got a chapter in the book, Your Success Lies in What Drives You, and I talk about the importance of discovering who you are. We can all have, the role models and the people that are inspiring us to become, somebody great. But I think until then we discover who we are, we will never be able to actually live who we are meant to become. So it is good to have a role model, but the most important thing is for you to discover who you are.
To use that as a platform.
To use that as a platform.
Yeah.
Because that has happened to me. I grew up in a very small town called Vepenar. It's in the Free State. And there was not much, that I would say were part of my motivation. But, through the education that I received, and my mom always saying, the only time that you're going to change your circumstances is to, get all the information and do something about that. And as a result of that, there were those people that I looked up to. But then at some point I sat down and said, who is this person? I'm looking at all these people, but I need to discover who this person is, because I truly believe that I have a talent and a skill that only myself will offer to the world.
For sure. Let's talk about, very quickly, run through some of the keys that define success.
I think I've got one key.
One key, okay. One key. What is it?
I usually say on my Facebook posts that success is something that you start, are able to go through the challenges, and you are able to finish it. That is success for me. Because a lot of people, they mix success with other things and material things. And I think for me, how I define success, it's the ability to begin something and have the courage to go through all the challenges, and, you end it. That is what I, define as a success.
Let's talk your journey very quickly, but let's talk it from an author perspective. The first book is From Humble Beginnings to Realizing a Dream. The second one is Your Success Lies in What Drives You. Where are you between these two books? Where were you when you wrote From Humble Beginnings? And where are you now when you talk about Your Success Lies in What Drives You? Where's Letshego now?
Well, a tough question, but I'll try to, answer it. I think from Humble Beginnings, that was when I discovered who I was. And I remember at some point when I was sitting down, I'm the type of a person that likes reading. And I asked myself, what is it that I can do differently? Because at the present moment, I'm still working for government and holding, a senior position where I'm working. And I just asked myself, is this all that I'm here to offer? What is it that one can do, especially to inspire people from my hometown? As I would normally, refer to it as a place where dreams are shattered before they even exist. And then I said to myself, I'll be selfish if I can just relate to my, current situation and just focus on, raising my kids and having time with my wife and traveling, to any destiny that I want to go. And then I felt that, how about I come up with something different? As I'm, working in procurement in my, my current job. Then I looked at, different ways of doing things. Then I said, usually people, would just feel that they need somebody to give them an opportunity to fulfill their dreams. Then I said, let me start something unique, something that I have control over. Then I can inspire somebody. That's when I thought about writing from humble beginnings. And I looked at where I was coming from. Being raised by a single mother who was playing both the father figure and the mother figure. And I think as a token of appreciation, I said, let me write something and appreciate them while they're still alive. Because there's also a chapter in my Facebook where I talk specifically about when we have, funerals, the black culture, the black people, you find that we want to impress people. And I said to myself, my mom is still alive. Let me just, appreciate her and write a story, because I felt that I do have a story.
And you have to tell it.
And I had to, tell her.
Let's say very quickly, somebody wants to get hold of the copies of the books, where can they go? Is there a website, something where they can log on to?
Yes, I've developed my own website. It's www.letshegotau.co.za. And they are also available on online bookstores, including the Amazon and the eBay.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds to just give somebody some advice over this festive period. There's a lot of lonely people. There are a lot of people that are reflecting on the year that was. Quickly from you, it's just some inspiration.
One thing that I can say is that your future is not ahead of you. It is in the present. And how we look at the future, we think it's a day or maybe months from now. And if you don't do anything from now, you will never achieve anything. So it's very key that you start working towards your dream right now. And I'm telling you, the world will be your oyster.
100%. Letshego Tau, thank you very much. Author of Your Success Lies in What Drives You. He also initially wrote From Humble Beginnings to Realizing a Dream. Our website is very simple. It's www.letshegotau.co.za if you want to find out more or order some books. So you take an ad break and go anywhere.